The full moon blood eclipse, and we're going to have a short ritual afterward. And I'm going to be turning on my music here so you can follow along. Bear with me here. I'm trying to get my bearings. Yeah, okay, here we go. Welcome back to Starlight Skies. I'm Natalie. Tonight we light up today. Well, I'm a little late, guys, so we're still in the energy of the full moon blood eclipse. Let me know in the comments if you actually lived somewhere where you could see the totality of it. Tonight we light up your future under the Virgo blood moon. Let's see what's glowing. So I'm going to put on, I do have a playlist I will be dropping in the comments, and in the info in the corner of this video you'll see a little info card. You can click on that. I've made a playlist designed to be used with the Virgo full moon blood eclipse energy, so I hope you have fun and you hang around for that. I'm going to go change my music list and I'll be back. We'll start the ritual, and then we will begin the read. I hope everyone is well, and if you feel so inclined to do an energy exchange, I'm grateful if you would to, if you're not a subscriber already, subscribe, like, share, and if you feel inclined, you can mail me. I like mail. I'm old-fashioned. I like mail. And I accept donations too through PayPal. So those links, everything will be in the comment section or the information box, description box. So let me go ahead and pull up that playlist now for you. I hope everything has been well with you guys. And the eclipse moon, well, we know eclipses are all about chaos, shaking things up, right? Exposure, things that were not authentic, not conducive. You know, Virgo is a very, well, if you're Virgo, you know, or if you know a Virgo, you know how precise they are. They are the people that get things done. They're high energy, they're motivated, they remove things surgically. I mean, these are the guys that do good in jobs that declutter. That's another aspect of Virgo, is decluttering things that clutter up your life, mental, your spiritual, friends, family, places, things, habits, lifestyle, things that have to go so you can tear up. This is a good reminder to do that. We will be doing that in the ritual. Also, it's eclipse. Eclipses are things that shadow, you know, that work with shadow, our own shadow, our collective shadow, things that need to be exposed, things that need to be cleaned out. So it's very wonderful. And my son, he has severe autism, and let me tell you, it was a roller coaster last night for a couple hours. I could really tell when that moon was starting to do its magic. It really rubbed him not in a good way. So, like I said, it's a very chaotic energy. And so it's meant to shake things up, expose things, and to get you ready for your next level. So let's turn up the music and let's start. Grab your coffee, grab your drink, grab your beverage, your vape, whatever you do. And let's just hang out. Let's just have a good ritual. I'm sorry, I can prep and plan, but I just function best at the fly of a cup. Pardon me, I'm just getting a drink before we begin. And thank you so much for being here. I hope everybody is doing fantastic and reaching for the stars. We're going to start with our ritual, and we're going to say a mantra. Now, if you haven't already, you can do like my setup, I've got a candle, I've got crystals, I've got an incense I'm going to grab. But you don't necessarily need any of this stuff. You can just symbolically use what I've got here. But it is kind of nice to follow along with it. And I do this every month. So I always do the same like format, the crystals, working with the elements. So just, you know, and right now I don't have a pen and paper, which I should have. And I don't have a cup of water, which I should have. So I'll be running around doing this ritual. Oh well. Virgo is about perfection, and maybe that eclipse is trying to let go of some of that perfection. And the main thing is about showing up. Anyway, let's start with our incense. I'm going to have to step out this door and grab an incense here. Bear with me. Roger that. We got it. Okay. Now, as you light this incense, you're going to say, I cleared the air, only truth remains. And it's just a nice way to start any kind of tarot reading. Is you definitely want to clean your space, honor your altar for spirit to come through. So again, I clear the air and only truth remains. And I'm finding out, you know, people have a hard time with truth if it doesn't align with their already, you know, I'll just say this. A lot of people's been conditioned to believe in things that are just an illusion. And maybe that's what this Virgo eclipse is about. It's kind of shining a light on that collectively, isn't it? That things that are not as necessarily being truth. And there's a lot of light on the planet right now, shining a light on all the darkness. So it's kind of, I'm interested to see what energies after this moon, because eclipses are huge humanity shake-uppers. So we'll see. Candle. Okay, next we're going to do the candle. I light the path. My intent is fire. And this is where you want to symbolically, like I said, this is where the eclipse energy, your shadow, this is a good time to kind of, you know, things that don't serve you well, and you know it, habits, people, places, things, maybe subconsciously you don't know it. Maybe you fall into patterns and you're not sure why. Shadow work is a wonderful way to get to know yourself a little better. A lot of people have a lot of childhood trauma and don't realize that they're still living out childhood trauma. So I always urge you, if there's about yourself that you don't like, you have to accept them and you have to heal them, and you have to, because it is part of who you are. We all contain light and dark. It's just which one are you going to lean towards? I'll just give you an example. Shadow work. Let's just say for women. Women are highly competitive, highly jealous of one another. I'm just saying collectively, from my own experience of being on both sides. I'll take ownership of that. But it wasn't until I started doing manifestation work, which forces you to go into your shadow, that it was just my childhood wounds from lack mentality, not good enough, and especially severe autism on my plate. That was a big one too. It's not going to happen for me because, you know, I've got this circumstance extremely hard. Who in the hell, you know, wants to even be around difficulty? It's hard for people. So, but that was old. I know that's not true. None of that's true. It's just what I've been conditioned to believe. So that's my shadow. I have to incorporate that. I have to work on that. So everyone contains something. And usually we're projecting our shadow out onto other people. And like I say, the immigrant. People are upset about the immigrant. In reality, it still stems back from the lack mentality. You fear there's not enough resources. not enough for all. And we all know the universe is infinite, endless. So we know that statement's not true. There's more than enough resources for everybody on the planet. Now, greed's another issue. Greed's why we don't have paradise here, and greed's why the system will collapse. It'll fold on its own weight, unfortunately. But I view it as birth pains because this system has not worked for everybody. It's worked for a few. And I am grateful for what I have. Just because you're grateful for what you have doesn't mean you don't want better for yourself and for others. It just doesn't, it's a system that doesn't work anymore. And historically, we know no empire lasts past 300 years. None of them. And we're probably, 273, 275, so we're close. We're close. So the way we can help this evolution, ascension, is we have to work on ourselves. Shadow, and that's why I do so much shadow work myself and in my reads, because that really is the ticket. That is really the ticket out, is coming to terms that we create our reality, good or bad. Yes, we do forgive people, but we have to hold them accountable. The Creator is one of justice. You cannot have justice without judgment. And people think you could just pray and it's all dissolved. And true repentance is turning away from it and going a different path. If you're still doing the same thing and just wanting the Creator to do the heavy lifting, then you need to do some shadow work. Moving on, water. I'm just going to take a drink. I do not have a cup of water to put, dab on my forehead or nothing. I'm just going to drink the water in this time, guys, because you can do that too. I flow with change. I wash away the old. And you take a drink of water, your coffee, whatever you're drinking, or if you happen to have a cup, you can put it on your third eye. It matters not. That's good stuff. I've got notes on my phone. That's why I have to keep pausing. All right. My crystal. I anchor my power. For me, it's the Empress rises. If you're male, you can say the Emperor rises. Either or. I anchor my power. And I'd like you to go ahead and put that on your solar plexus. For me, I'm going to go ahead and do a rose quartz. And go ahead and put that over my stomach and say the affirmation again. I anchor my power. The Empress rises. Very good. Very good. Now we cleanse the energy. And we're going to start the tarot spread. We're going to have, we're going to have 5 cards. We're going to look at the shadow, the hidden truth. We're going to look at the harvest, the habit to purge. Again, working with the Virgo moon, blood eclipse. Release, the motion to finalize. Empress or Emperor, the new growth root. And glow up, your 30-day potential. Now, before I start this read, if you're just jumping on, I wanted to say thank you. Welcome for being here. And I do accept energy exchanges, are beautifully accepted to keep the lights glowing here. I value my time. I love doing this. I would do it regardless, but I do understand, money exchange, if you want to sub, any kind of exchange really helps anchor your energy into this read as well. So let's begin. Let me go ahead and get my deck of cards here. Give it a good shuffle. I hope you're enjoying the playlist. Now, I originally intended to do this an hour and a half live stream as the full moon was starting, peaking, and total eclipse. But my son was, like I said, was having a hard time, so I was not able to keep that commitment. But I'm here now. We're still in the energy of it. So the playlist the playlist was in accordance to the phases of the moon. So that's why there's our playlist. That's why they're, different to match the read. So it's synchronicity. That's what I tried to do. And it was in time for the read. So it's not in time for the read. I mean, everything kind of went sideways, but you can play with that playlist however you want. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do 5 cards and see what we got. Just giving it a good shuffle, and it's kind of dark, so it's hard for me to see. It's hard for me to see anyway. Damn, guys, I may have to do Braille tarot. Well, I'm going to have to go to the eye doctor. I've got unfortunate, I think I have that macular degenerative in one eye, unfortunately. I haven't seen black floaters, and I know that shit ain't good. So, yeah, I got to get my ass in there and see what's cooking, and I dread it because them eye appointments are no fun. Shine the big ass lights and dilating your eyes. You stand over there for 3 hours. No, it's not fun at all. But wish me luck. Send me good juju. All right. We have the 5 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. These are new dark cards. And I'm blind as a bat. Oh, Six of Cups. Nice. Oh, the Devil. The Devil. And what's underneath the deck? 4 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Let's see. First one. The hidden truth. Somebody around you, your circle, your work, your groups, somebody's got a very, or maybe this is you, I don't know, put it where it needs to go. The hidden truth is somebody's very competitive with you and kind of wanting to win at all costs. And they don't want to see you have anything. Because look at this. This is an asshole. I'm sorry, but he is. See, it's worth it. Was it worth it to win and lose everybody? See him walk away? Nobody wants to hang with somebody like that. So either you're this person or you got people in your corner like this. It's a hidden truth. And, it's kind of makes sense because Eclipse and the Virgo, I think a lot of people, especially this year, are really seeing real shadows come to surface. And some people don't want to go in shadow. They don't want to improve. They want to stay stuck with the old 3D paradigm, patriarchal. This is the way it's always been, right or wrong. And I don't care who gets hurt as long as I got mine. F you, I've got mine. Or ladder pullers, I've made it. But no, you don't get the same opportunities. Whatever, yada, yada, yada. Just not a nice energy. Not a very giving energy. Very much selfish. And dirty pull is what I call that. Your habit to purge is you're keeping yourself small. Small in Pentacles are your home, your business, your money, your family. Maybe you're keeping yourself small in business, ideas, your circles. Maybe you're still attached to this toxicity over here and you're making yourself small to stay in them old ideas and old paradigm. Even though you know it, that ain't truth or light or love, you're keeping yourself small to keep in that. That's what you need to purge. People pleasing. And maybe it's hard, especially if you've been friends with them forever. And you can feel it. You can feel the energy. People drift like marriages. There's just nothing in common. If you're growing and they're refusing to grow, there's definitely going to be a rift in there somewhere, sometime, right? There's going to be something that breaks that camel's back that you're going to say, no, man, I can't do this anymore. This goes against, it's not a matter of difference of opinion. It's a matter of different morals and character. And I'm not shrinking anymore for this. This was not, if you're not growing, if people you know for 20 years, if they're still the same and they're not growing, there's your answer. Because that's evolution of life itself. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to redefine. So releasing the emotion, you need to finalize the emotion of Knights are actions. They're messengers. Maybe you were the glue that kept this group together, this friendship together, this marriage together. Maybe you kept showing up, but they just kept ignoring you, want to spend their time, energy, and money on other people, other things, maybe took you for granted, maybe thought, oh, she'll always understand, and this and that, and, that maybe that's the way they always saw you. It reminds me of that movie, My Fair Lady, where he made a bet. Professor took a street girl, low class is what the theme of the movie was, and made her like a duchess. But at the end of the movie, he always saw her when he met her. He never, well, he did at the end, but there was a part in the movie where he just saw the street girl. He did not see the transformation, and she actually did transform and be that person through coaching and embodiment. But that was interesting, and that's the message I'm getting here. People that have known you one way, it's uncomfortable if you start to grow, and they try to keep you back into your small, life. And so that's never going to work. So where you should be focusing your energy, your new growth root, is you've got Six of Cups. Now, there are some people, past teachers, past mentors, past relationships that are healthy, healthy. Lean into those. Lean into those who reciprocate your energy, who show up for you instead of giving you a bunch of excuses and hanging out with other people and then giving you a excuse. Those aren't your people. They're trying to exit out gracefully, I guess. But I never understood that. Why reach out, keep reaching out if you want to circle out? You should just circle out. That's more aggravating to me. People trying to keep in your energy when you know they don't want in it. It's just people have a hard time releasing the familiar, the past, and it does feel like a marriage, some friendships, if you've been in it forever. And that's a very hard thing to let go and come to terms with. People grow apart. Doesn't mean you dislike them. It just means you have nothing in common anymore. And especially if they're not showing up for you, then stop showing up for people who wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. And your glow up, your 30-day potential, you have the Devil. You have real opportunity here to really release some negativity, some places, some friendships, some relationships, mindsets even. It doesn't necessarily have to focus on other people. It could be your own internal dialogue, and you just need to really stop that and see, is it true? Am I unworthy? No, you're worthy. Am I unlovable? No, you're lovable. Are you worth showing up and having basic, decent humanity and interaction? Yes. And if someone can't give that to you, it's not a reflection of you. It's just they're emotionally stunted. They don't have the capacity to do it or the desire to do it. And just like a man or a woman who's you're dating and they say, you have to accept their no. You don't keep chasing people who are not interested and do not want to show up for you fully. And you do that with family members. You do that with friendships. You have to. It's a service to yourself. And you're honestly they need to learn the lesson too. You can't take people for granted. So I'm going to do one more thing before we close. And again, thank you very much for donating and subbing and liking and sharing. It's very much appreciated. And I love being able to show up for you all and keep the lights glowing here. So I'm going to pull. I do have a deck over here that's fitting for my channel that I'm using. It's called the Cosmic Journey Oracle, because pretty much my channel's about space. And guys, I wanted to announce too, I have an Empress Starlight Skies collection books in the process. One, as y'all know, I do competitions for fitness, 6 challenges. And the most aggravating thing about those challenges is the food. You know, the meal prep, the food selection, bland, some of it. So I wrote a cookbook, and it's all about prepping, meal prepping, but actual food that tastes good. It isn't rubbery or wet when you go to reheat. It's an actual enjoyable process, and you can use it for yourself or your family. And it's got the macros, it's got tips, it's got printable recipes. I can't wait for it to drop. I'll be in the final processes now. Second book is going to follow close on its heels. And my whole archetype here on this channel is my Midwest roots. And bringing that to the stars, reaching for the stars, the Starlight Skies. Glow of my, and I love hot pink. That's my colors, hot pink and black. So the whole cookbook is visually stunning as well. Neon bold pink. All the recipes are space themes to mimic my channel, and that's how it ties into my channel. My second book is actually stepping into the Empress archetype, becoming the Empress. It pretty much tells you everything I do in my life to be the Empress and how I achieve that. Even with severe level 3 adult autism on my plate. Not easy, but doable. I'm determined to have a life, even when others have condemned me to prison, basically, or give up hope on me and Dylan. So I am looking for new community. I'm not chasing people who do not want to be on this channel or in my life. So I never force anybody into anything. So if you still are here at the end of this, you're my people. Thank you so much. And let's close with a final message. Good shuffle. So yeah, I'm excited about the books because I think it's really relatable to the everyday woman. And if you're a man, it can apply to men too. I'm not trying to exclude men at all, because we all have masculine energy too, right? Spirit, what message do we want to close on? Thank you, Spirit. I tell you what, right on the money, guys. If this ain't Spirit talking, out of the mess comes elegant order. So right now, even though, and my son even felt it, it was chaotic, mess, intensive. That's what it's supposed to do. But out of it, behind the scenes, what we're not working on, if you work on yourself, in your habits, in your circle, and the devil represents toxicity, can also represent codependency. Anything that is not spiritually, mentally, physically in alignment to health and wellness and wholeness is a toxicity. And that can put you anywhere, externally, internally. You will know where that is in you. But this whole read has been more or less kind of like a codependency read, giving your power away to the wrong people. And you really should go where your energy is respected and valued, because I got a feeling a lot of you here that watch me are the same as me. You you're meant to shine your light, and maybe those around you are not supportive of it. You have to still keep going, still shine your light. Your tribe will come. So anyway, thank you so much for the likes, the subs, the donations, the gifts in the mail. I appreciate you all with love and light. And this is Natalie Starlight saying, till next time we meet under the neon pink glow, keep reaching for the stars. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.